All right, my friends, be aware of these three growing scams when buying a used vehicle. These are common scams that innocent people like yourself could fall for and land you in a world of hurt if you take the bait. The first one is the person selling you the vehicle is selling a stolen vehicle. Yes, they have what looks like a title, registration, everything looks legitimate, so you as the shopper are thinking, I just got a great deal. Then a police officer runs the VIN and the vehicle is confiscated because why'd they take it away? It's considered stolen property now. So to guard yourself against this, you should run the VIN through Carfax or other services, including a free National Insurance Crime Bureau VINCheck Lookup tool. I'll include a link to that below this video. After all, crooks are really good at forging documents that look extremely convincing. Next up on the scam trend list and on the rise is flooded cars coming out of California. With plenty of cars in the state left underwater, literally, scammers have been scooping them up for cheap, dressing them up, gussying them up, and then selling them to unsuspecting shoppers. Again, a service where you can look at the VIN can really help you guard yourself against these type of pitfalls. Finally, and I've addressed this in previous videos, there are odometer rollbacks where sellers use black market devices they can get on eBay for less than $300 to hack into the car's odometer so the numbers don't reflect the true mileage. Of course, you can look at the car's condition, check out some of the obvious signs, whether it's the seat, the shift knob, steering wheel. If you see a lot of wear and tear, doesn't match up to the mileage, that'll be a big clue. But again, as always, check out those VIN number free tools that can help you confirm the vehicle's real mileage if it's accurate or not. There's some shady going on at a Ford dealership in South Carolina. A family is suing that dealership because they say the dealer added roughly $40,000 to their price, and they claim they forged their names. Here's the story. A family is suing a South Carolina car dealership claiming that they had a deal in writing, but that the final paperwork listed roughly $40,000 in different costs than what they were expecting. In addition, they say somebody forged their names on the contract. Alex Gallardo says the truck that he bought from Mark Ficken Ford runs great. The truck's fine. Nothing wrong with the truck. But he and his wife are suing the dealership over the financial side of the deal. He says, quote, "It's overwhelming. It's frustrating. It's very tiring." So according to Gallardo, he and his wife signed the paperwork, but the dealer did not give them copies of the documents. He says the business gave him a sales contract several days later, one he and his wife hadn't seen before. And that contract listed a higher interest rate and expenses that he says he didn't agree to, such as gap insurance. Of course it's gap insurance. They also claim someone forged their signatures on the form. We've heard this before. In addition, it gets worse. They say the vehicle was supposed to cost around $74,000. Must have been a nice Ford. They also agreed to a service plan and maintenance plan, which would have added some extra cost, but they never actually signed anything official for those two plans. But the contract says they were now on the hook for, get this, $117,000, which is almost 60% more than what they thought they were paying. He says he complained to the dealership and they offered to buy back the vehicle. That's nice, right? But they didn't want that option. Quote, "All the time that we have just been wasting, all the time invested into looking for that vehicle, going to the dealership, taking time off work. What they were offering wasn't a real solution for both parties involved," he says. "It left us no choice but to seek legal counsel." The couple's lawyer says, quote, "It falls far short of trying to make it right and giving them the deal that they anticipated. Client satisfaction is our number one priority every day. We were simply not able to discuss pending litigation." Of course they're not. So here's the advice. One, don't leave a dealership without documents, including the final price, interest rate, monthly payments. Next, some things that you buy have a 3-day right to cancel, but cars don't unless the contract says otherwise. Did you know that? And last but not least, make sure the contract says you get your money back, including your down payment, if the dealer breaches said contract. As hard as it is to validate some of these claims and the comments that are following some of these allegations, I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you experienced anything like this in recent memory, whether it's COVID time up to right now, where you're experiencing some shady interactions and things that don't seem to be right? Now, these dealerships are getting in trouble if they get caught for adding money over the MSRP for dealer fees by the manufacturer, by Ford, for example. So if Ford finds out that a local dealership is putting $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on top of a vehicle and they're not allowed to, they will get penalized, just so you know. Leave your comments below. Look forward to reading them.
One final note, if you are in the market for a new vehicle soon, great. Connect with your local dealership and price and test drive at least 3 different vehicles. A vehicle's strengths and weaknesses can only be discovered when you are behind the wheel. My reviews can be good, but you need to test drive these yourself. Visit quotes.everymandriver.com, select the make, model, and your zip code, and you'll get invoice pricing in your area on those vehicles. Shop smarter with price quotes at quotes.everymandriver.com.
Thanks for watching. Please click subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time.